Let's start our Dhamma discussion by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times together. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. You see, when I was in maybe Myanmar or India, I'm not sure, they also sent some request message to me. But I didn't realize, I didn't reach. But now, you see, we would like to invite Sayadaws to give 2 Dhamma talks, maybe 1 Dhamma talk, okay. Under the theme, emotional management through Abhidhamma application. In the present times, many people are facing emotional challenges in daily life. And we hope to receive Sayadaw's guidance on how Abhidhamma may help us better understanding and work with these conditions. Okay. The emotion, the strong feeling, love, fear, anger. Anger are emotion, is it? Emotion. So, when they have emotions in daily life, how to apply through Abhidhamma, is it? So, now, I also collect some information and ask them to make the presentation. Briefly, emotional management through Abhidhamma application. Number 1, you see here, the Abhidhamma perspective. Number 2, the 3 steps management process. Number 3, illustrative stories. Number 4, mind, body connection, Chittajarupa. Number 5, summary 10 points. Okay. After listening to this, then we hope you will be able to manage your emotions through Abhidhamma.
在缅甸万应住你的时候，得到有人传给他的讯息，说要请他让我们开始讲解这个如何通过实践阿毗达摩来达到情绪管理。今天这个时代，很多人都有这个情绪上的挑战，所以到底我们佛教里面的阿毗达摩如何能够让我们处理好我们的情绪，管理好我们的情绪呢？那这是今天的开始想要讲的。这个情绪就是一种强的感受，爱的感受，恐惧带来的感受，嗔恨，这些都会产生那个情绪。爱、嗔恨和恐惧都会带来情绪。所以当我们在生活中遇到情绪的时候，我们如何把阿毗达摩用出来、活出来和实践出来？所以香港准备了一个呈现的这个投影的呈现，很简短的，给大家看到如何通过实践阿毗达摩这方面的知识、智慧，然后呢，做好情绪管理。正如你们看到的，这里呢，今天的讲座有5个。 部分，一个是从阿毗达摩的角度观感来看待情绪。第二呢，就是管理情绪的3个步骤。第三，相关的佛教的那些案例和故事。第四，就是我们心跟身的那个关系，特别是心生摄法。第五呢，就是10个要点。所以希望今天跟大家分享这个开始过后，大家都会懂得通过实践阿毗达摩的智慧来达到情绪管理。
Number 1, the Abhidhamma perspective. Hey, you read this one first, is it? Number 1, the Abhidhamma perspective. You are not your emotion. The core of Abhidhamma is realizing these emotions are not a self, atta, but rather risings and falling Jittasika mental factors. The technical view, when anger arises, instead of saying I am angry, view it as the dosa mula jeta, consciousness rooted in aversion, arises due to conditions. Is it? Hey, you remember here how they arise here? Huh? You are not your emotion. Practical application, according to Abhidhamma, point of view. Practice leveling. When you feel an emotion, name it. Anger. Is it? Anger means when you are discerning nama, then how you should discern, then you will understand. I will explain a bit more later. Greed. This creates a gap between the mind and the emotion, reducing its power over you. You see here, the cognitive process. They make the only just this one. Actually, this one Panchadara with it, no? Wait. Anger. Chekhongja, Pateja, Rupeja, Obejati, Chekuanyana. Chekhongja, Pateja, Rupeja, Obejati, Chekuanyana. You know, depending on eye, Chekupasara, eye translucency or eye door. Eye translucency, then the color objects, sight objects, eye consciousness. Cognitive process arise. Chakku dwara viti together with many following mind door process arise. Is it? Okay. When you see disagreeable persons, what will happen? If you don't have yoniso manasikara, wise reflection, dosa, anger will arise. Anger will arise by seeing this person or this object. Why? This is disagreeable object, undesirable object. Is it? One thing, one reason. Then, okay, how to manage this one actually will come later. Depending on your intention, dosa or dosa unwholesome citta, unwholesome consciousness, or kusala wholesome consciousness can arise. wholesome consciousness can arise. Depends on your reflection. Depends on your intention. Your attention. Is it? Your attention. Dosa arise because of your improper attention, unwise attention. Dosa arise.
从阿毗达摩的角度来看，你并不是你的情绪，你的情绪不是你的我，情绪就只是我们的那个心所的刹那生灭啊，精准来讲就是如此。所以，当你起嗔恨的时候，你应当就是看着它，哦，这个嗔恨为嗔恨，从我们的那个嗔恨所为的这个心事，嗔恨的心事，我们这个知道这个嗔恨的心事，它升起是因缘所造成的，因为各种条件，因缘条件造成这个嗔恨的心事升起。而不是说是你的，你不是你的情绪，啊，就是因缘和合造成这个情绪升起，它不是一个我。所以呢，你要怎么修呢？就是要关照它，知道它，哦，这是嗔恨，嗔恨。当嗔恨来的时候，你要能够标记它，知道这是嗔恨，嗔恨。当你如此的如实关照跟标记跟认清这个嗔恨的时候，在你的心事跟情绪之间，就好像造成了一个间隙，这个一个空间啊，中断，就是让它中断了。在我们的心流里呢，这个情绪就被这个嗔恨认知，这个认知，这个嗔恨的那个认知跟它切断了。所以这个嗔恨这时呢，它就没有掌控你的力量，所以你能够消除、减轻这个嗔恨对你的掌控。好，那讲到这个图给大家看的，说到那个英文字呢，那边有一个小错误，就是说的是一门呢。其实第一个给大家展现的那个是五门心路过程，好，那但是那个图是对的，只是那个上面的英文的那明白的，其实是五门心路过程。好，那基于比如说一个例子是眼睛看到东西，那看到东西是一个怎么样的过程呢？是我们的眼睛那个眼根的眼镜色啊。我们有这个眼镜色呢，它是能够感知这个光，你看到东西让你能够看到，所以这个眼镜色它感知到目标，那眼识就会升起，因眼识升起的那个眼门心路过程就会升起了，然后过后意门心路过程也会升起，所以当你看到不可议的目标，就是看了不顺眼的目标，通俗讲就不顺眼，专门讲是不可议的目标，不顺眼的目标，你的时候，如果通过你的作意，如果是不如理作意，如果没有如理作意，不如理作意就是没有如理作意，你有对的智慧的看待它的时候呢，因为那个目标是不好的，那你的嗔恨心就升起了。为什么呢？因为你得到了那个不可议、不顺眼的目标，所以那你怎么样通过我们的阿毗达摩的智慧去管理这个情绪呢？好，你要有这个意念，知道认知这个嗔恨之升起是有赖于这个目标的不可议，就是不顺眼和我们的不如理作意。所以呢，整个心路过程那个速行心，就是造业的那个心就升起了，就不好的，就嗔恨心就升起了。嗔恨心是升起，是因为不如理作意，也就是说没有如理作意，是相反的，是不如理作意，所以嗔恨心就升起了。
Number 2, 3 steps management process. Identification sati. Use mindfulness to recognize which mental factor is present. It is wholesome kusala or unwholesome akusala. When mental processes arises within you, like this, okay? The 3 root cause analysis. Pechaya, understand that this emotion aroused because of in objects, what you saw, what you heard, and attention, how you thought about it. That's one we already explained. Then the antidote. Abhidhamma laws state this: 2 opposite mental factors cannot exist in the same mind movement. Replace hatred dosa with loving kindness, metta adosa. Okay? Then, if it is so, I will explain with the process. Just now, when you see the disagreeable object, dosa arise. Dosa arise. You think dosa is arising in me. Then when dosa becomes stronger, then you feel, your mind is very hot because of power of dosa. How do you, why the dosa arise? Depending on intranslucencies and the disagreeable object, together with unwise reflection, improper attention. That is why Chakku Vijnana Viti, Chakku Dwara Viti, together with many following mind door process, Viti arising. They are arising constantly within you. Then you feel very hot in your mind. You cannot solve this problem. Dosa is burning your mind. Is it? Then in the same way, for example, to be able to solve the problem, how to do? When you are discerning nama based on concentration, for example, you can understand their causes. What are their causes? These 3. The objects, Chakku Pasada, intranslucency, and your improper attention. Okay. For example, if there is no objects, even you cannot think about this one in your mind, then also it will not appear in your mind. Then dosa cannot arise. Is it? You don't have, for example, eye translucency. For example, someone is blind. Then seeing one disagreeable person, how they will be able to arise anger? Cannot. Is it? Okay, although you have eye translucency, Chakku Pasada, and the disagreeable person, but you have wise attention. Okay, for example, when you see disagreeable person, you get angry at this person. Is it? Then you see, he is also a human being. I am also a human being. Why I am getting angry with this person? I should have metta, love and kindness toward this person. Okay, instead of arising dosa, anger, then you just radiate metta to this person. Then metta process, kusala, wholesome consciousness will arise instead of arising of anger. Is it? Okay, because of wise reflection. So, the main cause is a yoniso manasikara or ayoniso manasikara. Wise reflections or unwise reflection. Proper attention or improper attention. Although you see agreeable person or disagreeable person, no problem. Is it? Yeah.
好，接下来呢，就是想带我们看那个情绪管理的3个步骤。那情绪管理的3个步骤，首先呢，就是我们要用正念，去认清那个心，我们的那个哪一种的心所，就是心的状态，心的状态是存在的，到底它是善的还是不善的，我们要认清它，用正念去认清这个心所善或者是不善。然后呢，接着呢，我们也要能够看到它的 pacaya， 这个就是它的源，它的根本的那个源是什么，造成这个情绪或者嗔恨情绪升起的源。我们会发现到，基本上呢，就是刚才说过的，你看到或听到的那个目标，你那个目标就是所缘，那我们也叫所缘，就是那个目标，以及你的作意，就是你怎么看待它，就是你怎么想它，怎么看待它，那个作意，就是目标跟作意。好，那我们要怎样去对治它呢？我们要对治它呢，这个时候我们要掌握其中一个核心的这个原理，就是这根据阿毗达摩里面所讲述的心的法则，就是2种相对，就是相对不的那个心所，它不能够同时在一个心事刹那里存在。比如说这个嗔恨的心所，跟那个慈心，是慈心的心所就是无嗔，慈心的心所是无嗔，所以嗔恨跟无嗔它是不会在同一个心事里存在的。好，我们根据这个阿毗达摩的这个科学原理，你掌握这个根本的原则，我们就知道怎么对治它了。比如说，当你看到不可意，就是不顺眼的、不愉快的目标，不可意的目标，然后呢，这个嗔恨升起，你就看到，嗔恨在我心中升起了，这是你升起很强的感受。那心呢，会变成炙热，因为这个嗔恨的力量，心会变得炙热。为什么这个嗔恨升起？如果你去看，根据阿毗达摩，你去看这个嗔恨如何升起，你就会发现到，其实是我们的眼根里的那个眼镜色接触到这个不可意的，就是不顺眼的、不愉快的目标，再加上我们的不如理作意，这个3样东西，这个眼镜色、眼根里的眼镜色，跟我们的那个不依照它的目标，再加上不如理作意，我们产生什么呢？产生这个眼识升起了，这个眼识，嗔恨的那个不愉快的眼识，这个不行，这个眼识升起，眼识升起呢就产生眼识就看到了嘛，然后呢产生眼门心入过程，那个眼门心入过程产生过后，因为跟着来的就是意门心入过程升起了，所以当你嗔恨的时候，如果有不如理作意，这个时候呢，你看到东西了，眼识升起，导致眼门心入过程跟意门心入过程升起了。这个时候，如果你不如理作意， 那你的心就感觉到炙热啊，因为嗔恨心升起，感觉到炙热。那我们要怎么去根治它？怎么处理它呢？怎么对症它呢？当我们比如说用观照，用定力去观照的时候，你就会看到你这个观照这个明法的时候，你会发现到哦，根据阿毗达摩，原来它有这3种条件的具足，才会让升起这种嗔恨的情绪，就是眼净色，加古帕萨达眼净色，跟我们的这个不如理作意，这个阿尤尼索玛拉西卡拉不如理作意，然后呢再加上这个目标升起，然后我们不如理作意，有目标，有眼净色，然后有不如理作意，那我们就会起那个感受了，就升起那个情绪了。所以这3样东西都要具足。当我们如果没有目标的时候，你想都不会去想它，它也不会在心里出现，就好像一个盲人，即使是出现了这个不可逆的目标，就是不顺眼或者是不愉快的目标，但是他看不到啊，因为他没有那个眼镜色的作用啊。即使是他有这个眼睛去看到这个目标啊，然后起嗔恨心，但是如果他有如理作意，他就会想啊，他是一个人，我也是一个人，为什么我要生气他呢？我应当对他散播慈心才对呀。所以当他这么想的时候，与其升起嗔恨心，他对那个不可逆的目标、不顺眼的目标升起了慈心，散播慈心给他。这个慈心呢，就是古萨拉吉达，就是那个善心升起了啊。所以这个它的主要的原因，我们的情绪善或不善，其实是如理作意或不如理作意造成的。所以通过我们能够如实的看到这个嗔恨啊，看到这个现象产生嗔恨的现象这个过程呢，那我们如果以如理作意去对待它，我们就不会掉入这个负面情绪。
When you reflect on, when you have a wise reflection or proper attention, instead of arising dosa, then metta, loving kindness will arise. Instead of arising akusala, unwholesome consciousness, then kusala, wholesome consciousness will arise. You understand? Is it? Then you understand how to manage. There are a lot of management. When you encounter such kinds of strong feeling or emotions in your daily life. For example, you are practicing the 4 elements meditation. Okay, you just reflect on the 4 elements. I am also a group of 4 elements. They are also only a group of 4 elements. Is it? Then what are they? Patui, Abo, Tejo, Vayo. There's a no Siali, there's a no one. Is it? Then you only a group of 4 elements. Then you just discern the 4 elements meditation. Then you will be able to remove the anger. Instead of arising the dosa, then even kusala vipassana inside mind will arise. Then another thing, you are practicing, for example, anapana skillfully. Then instead, you also understand, dosa will arise by seeing this person. You just pay attention your respective meditation objects like anapana. Then what will happen? Then you can stay with the anapana object in this way. Then you can manage in this way. If you are practicing nama or vipassana meditation, such kinds of dosa mind will arise by seeing this person or this disagreeable object. But you just pay attention to your mind. There is only mental phenomena, nothing. Okay? Because of three conditions: eyes, translucency, chakku pasada, disagreeable objects, and unwise attention, unwise reflection. Those are mental process arise. Okay? Actually, chakku dwara witi, eye, door process together with many mental process will arise. Then as long as you are taking this objects in your mind, then such kinds of dosa will be arising constantly. But when you reflect on in this way, then instead of arising the dosa mind, then all will be kusala mind. Although you see disagreeable objects. So there is mainly your wise reflection, wise attention or proper attention, your needs or manasikara.
当你通过有智慧的醒思以及如理作意，那本来要升起不善心的，但因为有了如理作意，慈心就升起了，善心就升起，而不是不善心升起。所以这种情绪管理呢，在你的日常生活中，你都可以实践的。比如说，当你在修四大世界分别观四大的时候，这个四大是什么？地水火风。当你关照四大的时候，那你就看到这个地水火风呢，大威阿波德就还有这四种，这是地水火风。你发现到地水火风呢，就是一组的那个元素升起。当你关照这些地水火风元素的时候，你就能够消除嗔恨。因为本来你看到不顺眼的目标或者是什么这个对象，你遇到不好的对象或者所缘，你的嗔恨心本来要升起的。但是当你关照地水火风的时候，对象也是地水火风组合而成，自己也是地水火风组合而成，这时呢，这个观禅的智慧就升起了。另一种情况呢是，当你在修习这个入处习念的阿那巴那，这个时候善巧的修习入处习念的时候，当你即使是你遇到不顺眼不如好的目标和不可依的目标，或者是不顺的目标，不愉快的，你嗔心本来升起了，这时呢，你转移注意力去专注在你这个入处习念的禅修目标上，所以通过你安住在入处习念的禅修目标上，你转移了注意力，你的作意改变了，所以这个也可以帮助这个克服这个嗔恨这个情绪。那如果你在修学这个观照观禅，那你观照到这个嗔恨心升起，发现到这个嗔恨心呢，是因为你的心专注在不顺眼不愉快的这个目标上，而产生的那个心的一种现象。这种情绪的心流的现象呢，是因为3个目标而产生的。就是比如说，如果是净色，我们的根门；如果是眼睛，就是眼净色，眼睛的根门。然后这个根门跟我们这个遇到这个目标，因为这2个碰上去的时候，如果我们有不如理作意，那对这个眼门心路过程就产生了。那眼门心路过程以及相关后面接下来的意门心路过程也产生了。所以因为这个作意的缘故，就是我们注意的时候有智慧没有智慧，适当不适当， 这决定了我们到底是升起善心还是不善心。所以，当我们如果是观照的时候呢，本来它是要升起不善心的那个嗔恨的心路过程，但是因为我们在做观察的观照，所以呢，这个观照就可以让所有即使是你遇到不愉快的目标，你的观照心它是善的，这个善心就会升起了。为什么呢？因为这个观照的时候，你的心也是如理作意在起作用。
The same way, when you see dosa, okay, when you see agreeable object, your eye is very good. You see the agreeable object. Then you also have improper attention, ayonism nasikara. What will happen? Lobha attachment will arise. Is it? Attachment will arise. There are 3 causes. Because of this, lobha will arise. Then if you are thinking this object many times or watching this object many times, using this object many times, what will happen? It becomes clinging, upadana, too much attachment to this object, agreeable object. Oh, like this. Then you understand? So the attachment arises of lobha is kusala or agusala, wholesome or unwholesome. You reflect yourself, unwholesome. Unwholesome will make your mind to be dirty. That's it? Then if you don't want your mind dirty, then how should you manage? You should try to have Yonisamanasikara, proper attentions again and again. Not only one time. For example, although you see the agreeable objects, desirable objects, then before arising or attachment or lobha, then you just reflect these objects. For example, depends on your practice, your condition. For example, you pay attention, this agreeable object is foundness objects, ugly objects, something like this, like skeleton or 32% of the body. They are opposite each other, is it? When you see this agreeable person only as a skeleton, you will have attachment or not. Only a group of 32% of the body, you will have attachment or not. But need to practice, only one time. Is it? Then when you see this person, it's a group of 4 elements. You will have attachment or not. You will not have. That is why before arising or attachment to this person or arising, arising or agusala, lobha, in your mind, then you try to manage your emotion according to Abhidhamma. Is it? Then how? You just pay attention that is not really agreeable object, or a group of 32% of the body only, a group of skeleton only, a group of 4 elements only. Another thing, this person also will become older and older. This person finally will die. I will also become older and older. I will also die. That means internal and external both are okay. You can reflect on yourself. Is it? Then in this way, by reflecting on in this way, because of wise reflection or proper attention, then those are attachment, lobha arises or lobha will stop. Is it? In this way, you can manage. Otherwise, where began clinging, upadana or addiction. You will have too much attachment to this objects, like for example using of mobile phone or playing the game or something. Is it maybe living there or non-living there, animating or unanimating? Both are in this way, internal or external, the same. Then in this way you can manage your emotion through abhidhamma. But in vipassana stage, and there is actually you can say as a samatha meditation stage only. Is it? In nama meditation stage, you can also observe this process. Then how the mind is arising. Then for example, lobha arise because of this object. Then lobha citta consciousness, lobha consciousness arising together with mental factors. Mental factors, phasa, vedana, sanya, etc. Then you just pay attention to their respective characteristics in your mind with the existence of concentration. Then you can also understand their truth nature. Then it will automatically stop. But need to practice again and again, again and again. In vipassana stage, no problem. You can pay attention such kinds of arisings or lobha. Okay, no problem. Don't try to stop it at the time. Then, when it arises, you just pay attention to their nature. Actually, according to their nature, they just arise and perish. It will not last for long times. That is the nature of reality. Is it? They just arrive and perish. They just rise and perish. That is why, although they are unwholesome consciousness, they are also impermanent, unnature. Then you just pay attention, they are rising and perishing nature, as unnature, nature, then dukkha, anatta. There will be vipassana. Then when your vipassana knowledge becomes mature, even you can realize nibbana. When you can realize nibbana, even you can completely remove such kinds of attachment not to arise in the future.
对于跟那个不可逆的目标也是一样的。当你遇到就是可逆的，就是愉快的目标的时候，情况也是一样的。当你有一个好的眼睛，你能够看到目标，但是如果你的眼睛看到好的目标的时候，喜欢的目标的时候，如果你有不如理作意，这个时候呢，你的这个肉啊，这个贪就会升起，这个执着就会升起了。为什么升起？因为3种原因，就是目标跟那个眼跟那个就是那个眼睛就是眼睛是耳朵就是耳睛是就是目标跟那个根门碰触的时候，如果是不如理作意，那就3样东西碰在一起了。有了不如理作意，贪心就升起。那如果你连续再去想它，重复去想着它的时候呢，它就强化了这种贪的现象，就产生了upadana，就是执取执取是很强的抓取了。所以这个贪到底是善还是不善这样的问题你们都知道这是不善的。贪是不善，它让我们的心染着不精进。那如果你不要让你的心污染，你要让你的心清净，你应当如何管理或者是处理它呢？这时你就应该一而再的启动你的那个如理作意，因为我们是看了如理作意。那你就是说，当你看到这个美好的目标，你喜欢的目标会 要升起，遇到的时候，如果在你还没有升起贪爱的时候，你懂得，你就已经做了这个醒思，因为这些因缘，因为我的注意然后呢，它就产生这个烦恼那你也可以因此。你就会相反的，你转变你的注意，你去注意它的，比如说不净或者就是骨头，或者是32身分那或者是这只是一组一组的四大地水火风。当你这样子注意的时候呢，你不是注意它的美好，而是它的那个不净，它的骨头，它的32身分。这个时候或者四大。你就不会去执着它了你就不会执着它，所以这个是一种方法另一种情形是你要管理你升起的这个不善心，你要管理你的情绪那所以这个是通过阿毗达摩的一种处理方式，你可以去注意他的四大那个骨头32身分这个人就是这个现象或者是你可以醒思，有一天我也会越来越老去我也会死所以内在也是如此看待，自己也是如此，外在也是如此。当你这样子做的时候，这就是如理作意了。当你这样如理作意，你的贪爱就会停止了这个是通过阿毗达摩的方式，我们去管理我们的情绪如果你没有这样子管理，那你的执着会升起，你的执取会升起比如说你刚刚你的手机你就执着手机，或者手机上的那个游戏等等这些目标都可以抓着你，让你的心升起贪爱。所以我们对待内在的目标，对待外在的目标，我们都是应该用这样的方式就是来处理，这就是阿毗达摩的这个情绪的管理方式了。好，如果是在观禅的层次，我们也是这样子去关照的，特别是当你在做明业处，就是观这个明法，就是我们精神现象的时候，你发现到这个心它是怎么升起的，这个贪爱的心是心所，它是怎么升起的因为那个目标碰触到我们的这个净色就是那个根本的那个净色。然后呢，我们因为有这个不如理作意，然后我们的心是心所升起。比如说各种各样的心所，相关的心所，在观禅的时候，观明法的时候，也观到这个感受这个响韵等等，都因此而升起。你会看到它的特质不断的看到这些究竟法，心是心所，它的特质。它特质是什么呢？不会停止的。即使是你升起了贪爱，你不是尝试，这时你不是尝试去压制它了，你是通过观禅去看到这个贪心，心是心所，它的本质，它刹那生灭的本质，就发现到这个过程呢，它都不是永恒不持续的，它是刹那生灭的。然后呢，即使是这个不善的心事心所，它也都是无常的，你讲无常的无常，它也是如果苦的苦，它也是无我的无我，那你就可以看到，通过这个观智，能够因为看到这个不善心，观智会升起你不是压制你是关照它，不是压制它。所以当我们这样子关照这个不善心，我们的观智成熟的时候，你甚至可以因为关照这些不善的心路过程，而这个心是心所而体证涅槃，那能够彻底的消除这个烦恼，让它在未来也不再升起。
Mindfulness, sati is always necessary to manage your emotions, or when there's a sati, for example, you just reflect on asubha ugly nature or foulness nature like skeleton etc. Then there's also sati. Whatever kusala, wholesome consciousness arises, sati is always associated with wholesome consciousness. That is why sati mindfulness is very important.
过程是因缘和合而产生的，各种条件而产生的，就是目标根本跟我们的那个作意所产生的。所以这一切所有的东西所知道的一切，它都是我们观察的目标，所以我们可以关照它为无常、苦和无我。所以这个时候，你不管它发生的是好的目标、不好的目标、善不善都好，一切你都关照它无常、苦无我。这个时候，这就是根据阿毗达摩的方式来管理我们的情绪。